These iPhones are really an amazing thing. It's gotten to the point so you can't go through a day without using it for texting somebody, calling somebody, or even taking pictures or videos of your friends and family. But you know what? As I've gotten older, I've found that first off, it's getting harder to see those small icons. And secondly, sometimes it can be kind of confusing knowing which icon you need to use. Well, in this video, I'm going to show some simple changes you can make to your iPhone that makes the apps that you use easier to see and easier to use. So if you're ready to tackle that, let's get going. So I'm sure most of you are accustomed to seeing an iPhone screen that looks like this. This is typically how they come to you when you get a brand new iPhone with all the apps that they have loaded on there. Plus, you probably have added some more along the way. Now, what would you think if your iPhone looked like this? What you're seeing now is the Assistive Access function that Apple has put on all their iPhones. And this is available to everyone if you just know the right settings to turn on and set up your iPhone. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to make those settings changes so that you can make your phone this way as well. And don't worry, this isn't a big technical thing that you have to do. It's actually pretty simple. And once you see it or you share it with a friend or family member that helps you with your iPhone, you'll be good to go and make your use of your iPhone much easier. So let's get going. I've switched my camera over now to display my iPhone, so you'll be able to watch the steps I go through to set up Assistive Access on your phone. So the first thing we want to do is go to the settings button down here. It's the gear in the gray box. We'll click on that. And what we want to look is for accessibility. So we just slide our finger up on the screen and there you see accessibility right towards the bottom there. Click on that. And there's a bunch of things in accessibilities that we're not going to mess with. We just want to scroll down until we see Assistive Access. And there you go, Assistive Access right under the general setting. We'll click on that. And it tells you what it's all about. We won't read through that. You can do it if you'd like to. We want to hit the Set Up Assistive Access button at the top. And it says select apps and customize options for the person who will be using Assistive Access on this iPhone. So we hit continue. And this part is only associated with the phone and who it's registered to. And if that's different than the person that will be using the phone, you've got to make some changes here, but we'll assume that's all the same for now. So we scroll down to the bottom here and hit continue. And so the first thing you got to decide is how you want this appearance. Do you want them in rows like you see over here, or do you want them in a grid like you're normally used to seeing on your iPhone? And I'm going to leave it in that mode because that's what I'm used to, and I think it's easier to see more icons at once. So we hit continue. And so what here is they're showing you all the apps on your phone that are optimized for this function, Assistive Access. Now that doesn't say other apps aren't able to be used, and I'll show you that shortly. It just says these are customized specifically for this function. So what ones do we want on there? Well, the first one we want is calls. We'll all probably make calls, so we click on the plus button here. And it says select which contacts to make and receive calls from this phone. And I always click on anyone. And to make calls, anyone. And if you want to add favorites, you can. Now, in call options, this means while you're in the middle of a call, you want to have the keypad available, and I say yes, so you click on it to make it green. And I also want the speaker available, so I click on that to make it green as well. And I want it to show recents. And that's all you need to do for the phone setup. All right, the next one we want to set up is, I want to do messages, the next one down here. Click on the plus. And so it comes down here and you say receive messages from favorites, contacts, or anyone. I always say anyone. And send messages also to anyone. And you can set up favorites if you want. And once again, you want to tap to hear messages. So we'll click that to make it green. And we want conversation details. We'll say make that green as well. And so message input, I've got turned on keyboard, video, selfie, emoji, photo. Probably most of us just use the keyboard and photos, so we're good to go there. And hit continue. All right, so we've got these two already added here. What else do we need? Well, email is another one. Now I'm down into the more apps. These are different from the ones that were set up for it, but they still work in Assistive Access. So I'm looking for mail. And there you see it right there. So we click on the green plus. And you go back up here. And now you can see mail is included in there as well. Another one I think most people will use will be the camera. So we click on the camera button. And you've got photo mode, selfie mode. I'm going to turn selfie mode on, turn on video mode, and turn on video selfie. So essentially everything you could do with your camera in the old current version of the iPhone will work in the Assistive Access mode. And then we hit continue. And so now we have calls, messages, mail, camera. I'm trying to think what else would be good. We need a web browser. So we go down here and look for Safari, which is the default one on your iPhone. These are all alphabetical, so we'll scroll down to the S's. And there it is. We click on Safari, the plus, and it says allow Safari to access location. I always say while using app, and I want it to be the precise location. And hit continue, and we're good with that. Another one that I think most people have is weather. And I go down here to the weather app, hit the plus mark there, and it says allow weather to access your location. Of course we need that, so I'll say while using the app. Come down here and precise location again so you get an accurate forecast, and hit continue. And so we'll go back up to the top here and see what we've got. Right now we have calls, messages, mail, camera, Safari, and weather. Now you can add a number of these that you want. They'll get added onto the screen you'll see. But I think for demonstration purposes, that shows how you go select them and install them on your Assistive Access function. We'll go back down to the bottom here, and we hit the continue button. Now, this talks about some of the differences, and I won't go into those: emergency services and notifications from apps, privacy information. We're just going to skip through those for now and go to continue. Assistive Access unlocking on iPhone. So here's where it gets a little bit different. Because you log into this and log out of it, they ask you to set up a code. So you know when you're entering it and you know when you're exiting it. You don't inadvertently do it. So we're going to step through that and hit continue. And it says set an Assistive Access passcode. And most of you probably have an access code set up for the phone. I'm just going to type in 1234 here. And now it asks you to do it again. And the key is you got to remember that. It says to get help, you can set up something here to set up a recovery account. We won't do that. We'll assume whatever code you use, you'll remember or write it down. And I'm going to say not now. And so here's another key part to pay attention to. How do you get out of this and go back to your normal iPhone mode? Well, it's very simple. There's a button on the side of your phone. Let me show you that. That's the side phone button. It says triple click the side button and then enter the Assistive Access passcode to turn off the Assistive Access. So let's continue and see what happens. We're done. That's all it takes to do it. And so now to use it, we've got to hit the Start Using Assistive Access button. And sure enough, it's asking us for that passcode to get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it's converting from your normal iPhone mode to the Assistive Access mode. It takes a couple seconds here to do that. There it comes. And it just takes a few seconds for it to populate that with the icons. But you can see calls, messages, mail, camera, Safari, and weather. Now, if you had others, they would be down at the bottom and you just simply scroll up on them. So if you want to make a phone call, just like you do on your normal iPhone, click on that. And you can click on the keypad and type it in, or go back here, or you can go to contacts. I've got one contact in here on my demo thing. You can click on that, and it would dial that number if I had it in there. Recent calls, they would show up there. Here's the recent calls. If you wanted to call them back, you just click on it like you do your normal phone and hit back to go back to the main menu. And let's say I want to go to mail. Click on mail. And here's what my mailbox looks like. If I want to create a new mail, just like we did in our existing iPhone setup, you click on the square box with a pencil. You type in the 2. I'm going to type in Rick. There it goes. I click on that. So now it's going to send it to me. Subject, I can say test. And then scroll down here a little farther right above this and type, I'm going to use the microphone here. This is a test. And then you just hit the up arrow to send your email. Same as what you did on your existing iPhone, but now you're using just the different apps in Assistive Access. And here you see the mailboxes and outbox. Go back here. And Safari, that's the web browser. So you can go browse the web just like you did in your normal mode. And so let's just try this out here. I'm going to click on this right here. And I'm going to hit the little microphone down here, and I'm going to say Chicago Bears. And then you hit the little arrow here. And here it takes it to a whole bunch of stories about the Chicago Bears. So it's very simple to use your Safari button to browse the web like you did in your normal iPhone mode. So how do you end this? Say you want to go back to your normal iPhone mode. Well, if you recall, on the side of the phone it said to press this side button 3 times rapidly. So I'll do it. 1, 2, 3. And this screen pops up. There's a settings button for the Assistive Access. There's an emergency button to click if you need an emergency connection. We want to hit Exit Assistive Access. Remember the code, 1234. And it says it's now exiting Assistive Access. And what it's doing is now taking us back to the normal iPhone functions and screen and appearance that you've always been used to. And there it is. You're back. Simple as that. And now I'm going to run through this really fast one more time, how to get into it and then how to get out of it so you remember. So if you remember to get into it, we hit the settings button at the bottom. We scroll down to accessibility right here. Go way to the bottom here looking for Assistive Access. We click on that. Hit Start Assistive Access at the top. Remember the code, 1234, or whatever your code is. And now it's going to open back up into the Assistive Access mode. All right, and one more time to close this out. Remember, we want to hit the button on the side 3 times rapidly. 1, 2, 3. This pops up. You hit Exit Assistive Access. One more time with your code, 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever your code is. And it will close out of that mode and take you back to your regular iPhone mode. And you can use it that way or do whatever you want. Hopefully you were able to follow along with this with your phone and get the changes made so you're now looking at an Assistive Access screen that will be easier for you to use. Now, one thing I want to just talk about just briefly before we go is a couple of limitations that you have when you use this function. The first thing is you cannot power down your iPhone in the Assistive Access mode. And as I showed you in the video how to get out of that mode, you simply have to get out of that mode by pressing the button 3 times and hitting Exit Assistive Access, and you're back to your normal iPhone. And then you can power out. And the same thing applies to settings. Say you've got an update coming on, or you want to change the brightness of your screen, or whatever it is you have in your settings that you want to change. You cannot do that in the Assistive Access mode. Simply hit the button 3 times, hit the line that says Exit Assistive Access, and you're back to your regular iPhone mode. Pretty simple. And if you have difficulties with that, just talk to the friend or family member that helps you with your iPhones, and they'll show you how to do it. Congratulations, you've taken a device that can sometimes be confusing and hard to see and turned it into something that was calmer and cleaner and easier to use. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you got any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comments section. I try to get back to every question or comment that's sent to me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.